Okay, kids, we're back here. And section 2.1, practice question 7. It says draw a sketch to show the force of gravity, the normal force, and the tension and friction in each case. A toboggan is on a horizontal surface being pulled by a rope that is also horizontal. So what we're drawing here, hopefully you saw from your previous work, is a free body diagram, okay? All free body diagrams are drawn like this. So that is my picture of a toboggan. It would be my picture of an elephant. It would be my picture of me, all right? Everything is the same. It's a box, or a square. So we need to show the force of gravity. Well, gravity always pulls downward. So I draw an arrow from the middle and I label it F little g. What's up, G? Gravity's down, okay? The normal force. I draw it from the middle. Normal force is a response to gravity on the same object. You kids that are in class right now today are experiencing normal forces on your butts. I'm experiencing normal forces through my feet. It is literally the surface keeping you up. Okay? Without it, you would fall through. So what I usually do on a free body diagram to remind myself is I write the normal force is equal in magnitude to the force of gravity. I do this just as a little good habit. And I put a negative sign there. I do this every time as a reminder that these two forces act on the same object, but they are in opposite directions, but they're of the same amount, the same size, the same magnitude. Gravity's pulling you down, but there's a surface keeping you from falling, normal force. And tension, okay, tension. There it is. We're told that the string that's pulling this toboggan is horizontal, so I draw it horizontal. What else? Friction. Friction always works against motion or the start of motion. So I'm going to write force friction, short form there. And I'm done for the first one. So a toboggan, now that's A. B, a toboggan is being pulled by a rope up a hill with the rope parallel to the hillside. Parallel to the hillside. The hills are alive with the sound of music. There's my hill. Okay? And I'm going to draw the toboggan. How do I draw a toboggan? It's a square. Everything's a square. Okay? If you were drawing, what's that singer from Toronto? Drake. Isn't he popular with you kids? Right? Or what's the other guy? The Weekender guy? Isn't that his name? They would like this. That's what they look like. Okay? So let's draw forces on it. Well, the easiest one to draw is the force of gravity. There it is. Force of gravity is always downward. Just because you're on a hill, that doesn't change. All right? The Earth's gravitational field does not change because you're on a hill. Then, look, it says that the rope that's pulling the toboggan is parallel to the slope. There it is. Then it says there's friction. Well, friction would be acting against that motion. Force friction. Well, look at that F I drew. That's not a good F. Let me draw that again. That's better. Now here's the tricky one. Here's the tricky one. The normal force. Normal forces come from surfaces. So this law does not apply here, okay? Normal forces come from surfaces. So a normal force is, does anyone know what that symbol is right there? Right here, what's this symbol? Anyone in this class, anyone know that? Perpendicular. Have you heard of this word? Perpendicular. Normal force is perpendicular to a surface because it came from that surface. Frictional forces, look at the frictional force here. Look at it. Look, it's not perpendicular to the surface. It's, what's the opposite of perpendicular? Parallel. So frictional forces come from surfaces, but they're parallel to the surface. Normal forces come from a surface, but they're perpendicular to the surface. And when you have a special situation like this one, where everything is horizontal, see the first one? The first thing, that the surface here, because you were just being pulled along the ground, the surface in the part A is horizontal. So since it's horizontal, you've got this special situation right here going on, where the normal force and the force of gravity are equal in magnitude, but opposite in direction. In part B, the surface is not horizontal. It's at an angle. I can't make that statement anymore. Is this helping you? Terrific. Très bien. Au revoir, mes étudiants. Right there.